Hi there, let's talk science fair. Week 12, research. This is what your guide tells you to do. It says to finalize your research question, do some background research, make sure you write a bibliography, okay? Just a reminder, bibliographies are so important. I gave you an APA format paper to help you cite all of your sources using the APA format. I gave that to you at the beginning of the year. If you do not have it, that's fine. Go ahead and obviously you can go online and find that. You could probably also find templates where you can just type it in. And that is what I think the other lady recommends, is just typing up your bibliography instead of handwriting it, so that you can kind of kill two birds with one stone. That's an idiom that we talked about today. Anyway, but you can type it, keep it on your computer, but eventually you do need to print it off and insert it into your journal, your lab journal. You can tape it in there or what have you. It says to then develop a hypothesis based on your background research, right? Because a hypothesis is an educated guess. So the students should have a scientific reason why they are choosing their hypothesis. They should have had enough research information that they can scientifically make an educated guess as to what will happen, okay? Personally, I am going to have Max do background research for 2 weeks because I think it's so important. Also, we're a tiny bit behind due to the help that we received today in class. So all of the kiddos need to set up their lab journals this week, all right? And it does say in here to add this to your research plan and your lab journal. So let's talk about that for a minute. I gave each student a lab journal that looked similar to this and a pen. This went page 126. This is all the information you need in order to set up your lab journal this week, okay? This tells you everything you need in your lab journal. And here is mine from last year. So notice it's all written in ink. Notice it is double spaced. I have put the schedule in the front pocket, so this has your schedule for you. On January 30th is the day your student will share with the community and be judged on January 30th. All right, according to page 126 in the guide, you're supposed to number both front and back pages. Did I last year? No, I did not. So I messed up. So learn from my mistakes and go ahead. Start with page 1, then page 2, then page 3. Here's my table of contents. I skipped every other line, and actually it doesn't quite look like that. So, feel free to finish that off. I skipped a page in case I needed to add more information. That's what you're going to want to do. As you write your lab journal, feel free to skip a page. And look, I forgot I was supposed to skip a page, so I did not obliterate this by scribbling it out. You're not supposed to. You're only supposed to strike it out with one line. So I messed up. I just strike through that, okay? Now, after the fact, after all is said and done and your journal is complete, before you submit your journal to the judges, I was supposed to draw an X through the unwanted pages. So because this page is blank, I should have gone back and drawn an X. Okay, so this week with your student, please set up your journal. Again, with this, page numbers, start your table of contents. All I really want you to do this week are these 4 things. So this is really all you should have in your table of contents. If you want to go ahead and add the hypothesis like the guide says, fine. I want to spend more time on my research. I'll add the hypothesis next week. Again, please label 2, 3, add an extra page for that table of contents in case you need it. Research problem, you're going to have this. My research problem was about paper towels. To be honest, I probably wouldn't be so wordy this year. So for example, Max is probably just going to write something to the effect of, I'm always tuning my guitar. Why is that? What are some factors that affect the sound of an instrument? Could temperature be one of them? Whatever. Just, it could even be shorter than that. So, research problem. Oh, look. Every time you get a hold of your journal, you date it. You write down the date. Okay? Again, I wrote every other line. Just in case I wanted to add more information to my research problem, I skipped a page. But again, at the end of the project, I should have gone back because I didn't use this page. I should have gone back right before I give this to the judges. I should have gone back and X'd that page out. My research question. Which paper towels absorb more water? I think I probably would just stop there. That's really what I wanted to know. I was thinking about price last year. Again, simple is better. I will just take that out this year. We're just going to focus on which paper towels absorb more water. Okay? Simple. I added my date. Obviously, extra page just in case I needed to come back to it. But since I didn't, I should have X'd it out. Okay, then we start with our background research. I dated it. Okay, notice I didn't double space here. I did have plenty of room in my journal. So if I would do it again, I would probably honestly double space it because I really technically think I was supposed to. Anyway, so I just did it bullet point style. Eventually this turns into paragraph paper form, but for my purpose, I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to do facts. And like I said, I probably wish I would have went ahead and double spaced it all, even though it's a lot. I mean, that's a lot of background research. And it was really interesting, and we're going to talk about this in class next week. Okay, so the paper towel was created by accident. It was in 1907, the Scott Paper Towel Company, and we just go through and talk about all the cool things about paper towels. And like I said, we're going to talk about this in class. And then notice I sort of felt like I needed to reword my hypothesis, so I just did a strike through. Bounty is the most absorbent paper towel was our hypothesis last year. We will work together and we will form a hypothesis next week in class. But again, please feel free to allow 2 weeks. So that's the science journal. You can watch the other video I sent from Georgia if you want more. I think we're kind of saying the same thing, but just in case you want more, that's fine. I want to address the research plan. The research plan is simply the journal just typed up with the Roman numerals, okay? So yes, you eventually need to do this plan. I don't want you to bring it to class, even though it says to. I like to work from the journal. That's what I like for right now, okay? So if you want, I might do this maybe come Monday. I might have Max go ahead and type up what we have in our journal so far, because that's exactly what you do. Research problem, and you just type what you wrote in your journal. Roman numeral 2. Research question, type what you wrote in your journal. Roman numeral 3. Background research. This would be a lot, right? And again, that's why I might have him go ahead and type up what we get from this week. Then next week, he'll do his researching some more, then go ahead and add that to the plan. So I just like to add to the plan as we go. I will ask you to bring it to class. I forget what day it is, I'll let you know, but you do not need to bring it this week. So if you just want to focus on the journal this week and then come back to the plan next week or the week after and type it up, that works for me. Okay? So I think that is all. So this says, finalize your question, add to the research plan, and bring a typed copy. Remember, I want you to bring your journal. That's what I want to see next week. Your background research, cite the sources, take notes in your lab journal, add this to your plan. Again, bring the journal, not the plan, next week. But it probably is a good idea to start the typing as you go. And then we'll talk about hypothesis in class Tuesday. And then I would, if I were you, go ahead and have them pick their hypothesis on the 7th. All right. So I'm sending out 2 other videos that I sent one out already. The very first one with the lab journal. And then there will be another one coming about some of these things. So good job, you guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks. Bye.